Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. I've already done a review on the Bulls Darts Germany Martin Schindler Gen 3, and as I mentioned at the start of that video, I got sent 2 sets from Bulls Darts Germany. So this time it's the turn of the 80% Martin Schindler the wall darts, so let's check them out. So I'm reviewing the 23 gram version. You can also get them in 21 gram in steel tip, 18 gram in soft tip. As mentioned, they're 80% tungsten and the retail for £45. So as you can see, comes in this cardboard packaging, and this time it's a blue and black colour. Inside you've got a internal inlay, kind of velvety flocked, and you've got the Bulls point holder keeping the darts in position, and fitted with the Bulls grip polycarbonate medium stems, and you've got a set of the wall blue and black flights. That's fitted with a black quarter point, and again it follows the same profile as the G3 more or less. You've got the tapered front section and then a parallel mid part, and then it tapers, and then another parallel section on the rear of the barrel. Obviously this time there's no black tie coating, and slightly different in terms of the grip. So the front tapers completely smooth, and then you've got a very fine kind of micro style grip, and then this section is a bit like what it was like on the mid part of the Gen 3, like a double thin ring grip. So probably the grippiest part there, and then you got a DSS and then some ring and groove threaded smooth section there for someone on the rear, but at least you got a little bit of grip right at the end this time. And I would say again, probably mid and rear grippers, or in between mid and rear should say, are probably the ones getting the best of the grip and maybe the balance. So again, it sits comfortably in the fingers there, so anyone who likes to grip the dart like that, it's probably going to be a nice comfy grip for you. And fitted again with the Bulls polycarbonate medium stems, but this time we've got some black and blue the wall flights. So there you go, that's the full setup. So you've got a smooth tapered section, and then the mid section, which is a parallel section, is this kind of thin micro style grip, and then it tapers towards the rear, and you've got a double thin ring grip, and then you got a threaded smooth section with the logo DSS, and then some ring and groove grip on the end of the barrel. So there you go, that's the super close look at the Bulls Martin Schindler the wall 80% tungsten darts. Darts fit with a black coated 26mm point. You've got a smooth tapered front, that's 11mm, and then you've got a thin micro ring grip, that's 16mm around the chunky part of the barrel, and then it starts tapering with the double thin ring grip, that's 13.2mm, and then you've got a smooth section which is 5.7mm, and then some ring and groove grip right at the end of the barrel, 6.9mm, length 52.8mm, widest 7.4mm. £23 grams exactly. 23.06 grams. And 23 grams exactly. Full setup, 24.76 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. The double thin ring grip section is the grippiest, that's 6.5. Let's give them a throw and see how they go. 555, that's a new one. Oh, yeah, you got a treble. Oh, my ankle's then. It's always something aching. I'm not holding it on the taper this time, I'm just holding it where the chunky section starts. So I'm still pretty much near the front of the dart though. Quite a nice balance to it. It actually feels as if the balance on these is a little nicer than on the G3. My throw's still a bit janky though, but managed to get a treble. But yeah, it doesn't feel too bad throwing it from there. So I'll try it fully on that section now, just to see what it's like. But that's probably not quite my natural spot on the barrel, but we'll see. Yeah, the balance is rather nice around there. I'd say the grip is probably just about a medium level, so it's not slippy or anything, but if you like a nice chunky front weighted style, you might be happy with that. So where shall I try it next? Yeah, I'll just go fully on that section where the double thin ring grip is. So it's kind of in between the middle and the ray, somewhere in between that. Now the first two went rather smooth through the air. That one I don't think I released it right, but grip is a little bit more grippy because of the double thin rings, but the barrel gets thinner, but it kind of sits in the fingers quite nicely there. So I think if that's your natural position, again, like I said on the others, it'll probably feel comfortable to you. See what happens when you overcompensate. No, the first three that I threw from there were the best up to now. I'll have one more try, see if I can get it right. No, not quite right for me, but like I said before, I'm not an actual ray gripper, but it does sit in the fingers nice there, and it's got quite a front heavy feeling from there. So I think if you've got a loopy throw, and that's where you hold the dart normally, you might be really suited to this style of barrel. But if you're a front gripper, I think you'll still be happy with them, because throwing it from there, balance is rather nice, and maybe just not quite in the middle, but probably a little bit in front of it. Again, nice balance. But overall, I think these are probably better than the G3 version. And it's cheaper as well, and also the stems weren't loose this time. Nothing wrong with the stems on these ones. So if you do fancy the style of the Schindler darts, you might want to try the cheaper version first, see how you get on. What were these? I think it was 45 quid or whatever it was, so it's nearly half the price of the G3 version. So there you go. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a better look at them, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.